everybody? I'm here today to show you and tell you what to do when approaching a junction. This will be a safe driving lesson, so let's get right into the video. Now, I apologize for filming this at night. I just really wanted to get this video done. It's dark right now. It's the only opportunity that I had, so let's get right into it. But you're still going to be able to understand what I'm saying and see what I'm doing for the most part. Just the outside is going to look all dark, but it's all good. Okay, and I can completely see what's going on around here. It's light enough in reality. The camera doesn't pick it up, but it is. So I'm going to tell you what to do, then I'll demonstrate. Number one is scan. As you're approaching a junction, you want to be scanning around, okay? Number two, be ready to ease off the gas and maybe even brake. So you obviously want to make sure that you're ready to ease off the gas. You don't have to ease off the gas for every junction or intersection that you go through, but you want to be ready in case you need to, okay? Number three is look ahead down the road. You want to avoid staring at the junction, okay? You're going to want to stare there because your body wants to know what's going on there, but you want to look down the road because that's what's important. That's where you're driving. That's where you need to be aware of. Number four, if you have a stop sign at that junction, slow down and obviously come to a stop. You're going to want to slow down, scan the intersection, and come to a stop. And then number five is make sure that you have two hands on the wheel, okay? I understand if you're shifting gears, you need to take your hand off the wheel, or if you're adjusting the radio or whatever the case is. But when you're approaching a junction, because that's where the majority of accidents happen, okay, at junctions, at intersections, that's where you want to make sure you have two hands on the wheel ready to react. Let's get right into the video. So I'm going to start driving. We're going to drive down the road. I'll tell you as I'm going to be approaching an intersection. I think that's a cop pulled over behind me. I hope the neighbors didn't call the cops. They should know me here. I mean, I'm around here all the time. Hope they didn't call the cops because I'm filming in the area. Anyways, yeah, I think that was a police officer. Well, he's not following me. They're not following me, so I think I'm in the clear. Oh, wait, maybe they are. Okay, whatever. Anyways, I'm approaching a junction. I'm scanning. I'm hovering on the brake pedal, looking both ways. Good to go. There's a car there, but they were very far away, and I didn't have a stop sign. I'm approaching another junction. I have a stop sign. Two hands on the wheel, starting to slow down and brake. I'm scanning the intersection before I even get to the stop sign. Now that I'm at the stop sign, I'm doing my scan left, center, right, left again, and I'm driving forward. Looking down the road, two hands on the wheel. Now, as you're approaching the junction, it's important to scan. See, here's another junction right here. I don't have a stop sign, so I eased off the gas, scanning, and that's because there's a crosswalk right here. So the reason I eased off the gas completely there is because there's a pedestrian crosswalk, and I wanted to sort of be alert, just in case someone decided to cross without pushing the button, okay? So there's a stop sign coming up, two hands on the wheel, easing off the gas, starting to brake. I'm about 120 feet, 130 feet from the stop sign, starting to brake. Coming to a complete stop. This is only a three-way intersection here, so left, center, left again, and now I accelerate. The guy behind me really wants to go. He's riding up my rear bumper. Anyways, don't do that, people. Don't do that. I'm driving, the speed limit, which is perfectly normal. So anyways, now I'm approaching a major intersection, a major junction. There's a set of lights. It's a little bit different. The reason you want to be extra careful with these intersections is because there's just more danger. So there's a bus, there's two cars, there's another bus over here, really scanning as I go through, and I'm pushing the brakes because the speed limit changed from 50 to 40 right now, so I decided to brake a little bit. But the key factor is scan the intersection before you get there. I have had probably about 10 times at least, just in my memorable driving career right now, in the last 10 years that I remember. I've been driving for longer, but in the last 10 years, where people have literally ran a red light or ran a stop sign, and if I didn't slam my brakes, I would get T-boned, okay? That's a lot of close calls, okay? That's a lot of close calls, and I'm a safe driver. But the fact of the matter is that it happens. So you got to scan the intersection, okay? Scanning over here. I'm going to make a right turn over here, but even when I'm turning, approaching the intersection, I signal, brake, do all my safety checks, and I make that turn. And it's important to scan the intersection. I cannot emphasize that enough. I think I've said it maybe 40 times in this video so far. You got to scan because if there is a car approaching, okay, what I do is I'll be ready to react in case they don't brake. So let's say a car is approaching a little bit too fast to the intersection. I'll ease off the gas pedal I won't brake just yet. I'll hover over the brakes. And if I sense that they might run the red light or might run the stop sign, then I'm gonna push the brakes immediately, okay? But if they're not, if they end up slowing down and I sense that they're gonna slow down, then I'll ease off, I'll ease onto the gas again. So you gotta just essentially be ready for anything. That's the name of the game when it comes to approaching a junction. So you wanna scan, you wanna be ready to ease off the gas and slam the brakes, be ready to react, to swerve, whatever the case is. 2 hands on the wheel, look ahead down the road. Make sure you look ahead down the road. It's very important because your mind wants to look at the junction, at the intersection, because you want to see what's going on. The only time you should be looking at a junction is if you're afraid a car isn't going to stop. So right now I look at the junction, I scan, continue looking down the road. There's no cars, continue looking down the road, okay? Make sure you also obey any signs. A yield sign, obviously make sure you're yielding. A stop sign, make sure you're stopping. Whatever it is, if there's a pedestrian crosswalk, follow the local regulations for whatever it calls for pedestrian crosswalk. Do whatever you got to do. But essentially, that is my process for what to do when approaching a junction. It's a safe driving lesson because the main name of the game, yes, I rhyme all the time, the main name of the game with this driving lesson was to be safe. This is a driving lesson about safety. There's no driving maneuvers, no skills involved in this. I'm not showing you how to turn, how to stop. I'm telling you what to do to be safe whenever you cross through an intersection. And that's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.